Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try and do a step-by-step tutorial. For my first for my first art tutorial, I've decided just to show you how to draw a manga face. There are many different manga styles. This is how I draw it, and yeah, I'm going to be showing you how to draw a boy's face and with a stern expression. Okay, first off, the way I start is I sketch out a circle. Right here, this is mainly going to be, for the first part of the video, it's mainly going to be guidelines. So here I have a circle. Then the next thing that I do is I draw a straight line, or it can be curved, and it helps me pick the axis of the face. If I want him to be looking in one direction, it will be curved, or it could be curved the other way. For this video, he's going to be looking straight on, so I'm going to draw this line straight down. Now all these lines will get erased a little bit later in the process, but it's helpful to draw them anyway. Now here I'm going to draw the chin, so I pick a line. You can make a line here dividing the face in two if you want. This will help you place the eyes later on. And from these 2 points, I bring a line from either side, gently sloping down here to meet this axis line. That will help us create the chin or the jawline. In manga, you can have a really pointy chin if you want. I'm going to try to round this one off because I don't necessarily like this pointy chin style. That is just me. So I'm going to darken in this line, even though we're still in this rough guideline stage. This line is pretty close to the line in the final drawing. There's not much in this jawline that's going to be changed. Next, before we start adding the nose and the eyes and the mouth, I'm going to draw in the neck. I think before I do that, I might want to add in one other horizontal line right here. This is going to help me place the nose and the eyes. The eyes are probably going to be in here, maybe a little bit smaller than that. The reason I'm going to start drawing in the neck is because I like drawing characters with long hair, and the hair sometimes will fall behind the neck. So I'm going to add this neck in. Now usually on human anatomy, the neck will fall in like this part right here will hook in behind the ears, and on a character like this, the ears would be around here where the eyes are, but in the way I'm drawing this character, he's going to have long hair, so we're not going to see the ears. And usually in manga, the neck isn't that thick, so I pick sort of a line point right in the almost in the middle here. And now let's do this on the other side. Sort of gently slope in and then come back out a few inches down, and then you can slope the neck down, so this will start to be joined in to create his shoulders. You can make this straighter, like here on the left side. I'm gonna straighten this out a little bit because it looks a little too curved. There you go. I might want to change this one here, make this a little bit more symmetrical. Next thing I'm going to add, you don't have to add, but this is just personal preference, is I like to add the collarbone. And the collarbone's going to fall right around here. You can feel this on yourself. Right underneath the chin, it breaks and it dips down, sort of like this. You can feel it on yourself. And then I don't like to connect this other line right here, so I'm just going to leave a little bit of a gap. Then I also, personal preference is I like to add this. I think it helps to show that this collarbone is an actual bone, and this line will usually keep extending. It's not, the bone isn't just this one little line. I also like to draw the veins. This is sort of a manga thing, add veins of the neck to your male characters. You can make the veins look a little bit bigger by adding this little secondary line here to sort of outline it more. So Yeah, most of the rough guidelines are in place. Some of the final lines on the neck and chin is done. Sort of extend that a little bit. So now I am going to start heading into the face. Let's move this a little closer. Now for the nose, I usually pick the nose. See where the circle line, the initial bottom of the circle comes in? I really like to start the nose right here. Um, it's not, I guess if you think about where the top of this line is, where the top of the jaw line comes in, or the chin line, I guess you could call it, it's probably a little less than halfway down. So draw a straight line, I don't know, maybe almost like 45 degrees, and then draw a slanting up line. So the line from here slants a little bit back till it's even with this, and then goes straight up. This is a typical way to draw a manga nose. You, you can add a nostril right here, leave a little bit of a gap. This is something you don't have to draw. It's personal preference. Just sort of indicates other side of the nose. Draw another line coming out here, maybe at like a 30-degree angle, and then I'm gonna make it a little steeper. Then have this line here curve and hook back in like that. You can darken this in and it will add shadow to the nose. I usually just leave it like that. Next I'm going to go in and add the mouth before I do the eyes. So the mouth is going to be about halfway between the bottom of the nose and the chin. For this one, I'm just going to leave it going straight across. Just have a serious sort of looking face. I like leaving a little gap in between it. I think it I don't know, it just looks better to me. Then here next I'm going to draw in a line for the lower lip, sort of a wide upside down U. Now here's going to be the fun part, drawing the eyes. Manga characters are known for having really big eyes, like this, I guess as big as these two lines. I'm not gonna draw them that big, because in case you haven't noticed, I'm drawing shonen style manga, which is sort of I guess Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece are good examples, boys' adventure comics, and those shonen means boys, and that's tends to be the boys' adventure style. And they tend to have smaller eyes. I extended this line in the nose a little bit. Okay, now start the eyes. Helpful point. There should be about 5 eyes across in real anatomy on the face. I'm sort of just guessing here. I don't know how to explain this. It's not good if I don't know how to explain it. Well, I'm gonna draw this other line here. One thing that you can keep in mind, because manga doesn't follow real anatomy, the eyes should be, there should be one eye gap in between the two eyes. So see if the eye is this big, there's a gap right there, and the other eye should extend roughly out to here. If that makes sense. And this also works in real anatomy. This is something that manga and real anatomy share, that there's a one eye space. You can see it in the mirror if you look at yourself. So then the eyes I'm going to draw, I'm going to finish it up on the right side. Is I start with this sort of, I don't know how you would describe this shape. I'm at a loss for words. It's sort of almost an upside down U, very long upside down U, and then it goes straight and then almost a sharp turn down. Then at the bottom, leave a little bit of space here and draw this line that's curving and then go straight. There are millions of ways to draw manga eyes. This is what I like to do, and it's pretty close to the way Kishimoto draws Naruto if you want some sort of inspiration. So now I'm going to draw this one on the other side, trying to make it look similar. You still have this arching pattern, and then this line drops down a little bit. You can extend this down a little bit if you want. Make sure you leave a space, and then this comes straight. You can curve this up if you want, and I might go and do that. I think it by curving it up, it looks a little bit more like an eye, because eyes are are spherical and they're curved on the top and the bottom. There you go. Now, one reason I curved the nose right here is if you follow this up, that is a good indication of where the eyebrows are going to go. Indication. I should apologize to Mark Curley for that one. I'm sorry, Mark. So the eyebrows are going to fall at the top of this line right here. When I draw eyebrows, I just like to draw a single line, and now add it on the other side right there. You can add whatever shape you want. In this particular expression, he's serious, very long, almost like a sad face. Now I'm gonna, before I draw the actual pupils or the eyes of the iris, I'm gonna draw the folds of the eyes. In order to get the folds of the eyes, just draw 2 lines with a little space right above the upper eyelash, just like that. Then after that, now let's go in with the eye. For this pose, I'm going to have him looking straight ahead, so just draw a circle inside there. I'm trying to not make it touch the edge of the eyelashes. You can, I don't want it to. Let's go in here. It's important when drawing, I think, to draw both of the eyes at the same time. Don't finish one and then do the other. If you do it this way, it's much easier to see if one's a little bit off. So one thing that manga eyes have are highlights. So I'm just going to put in a highlight in the upper left corner. It doesn't have to be the left corner. It can be wherever you want. I'm just choosing the left corner. Then the pupils, a little black circle there, straight ahead. Just sort of a serious expression here. I'm going to make him a little downcast by sloping his mouth down a little bit. I tend to like drawing sort of sad or angry characters. I don't know, I just like those expressions. Now we're on to the hair. The hair is fun to draw, but at the same time it's hard to even begin to teach because there are so many hairstyles, and what my hairstyles might not be what you want to draw, because I tend to like a lot of bangs and big hair. You might want something a little bit more realistic. One thing I can say, which is usually a safe guideline, is his hair is probably going to go above the actual part of his head. Because manga characters tend to have huge hair, and it might look a little flat. So I'm just going to start here with some bangs. I usually start on the left side, but that's just me. Let's bring this line down, almost following exactly the line of the jaw, and curve this back up. So we have one strand. And one thing that I like to do that helps make manga hair look like real hair is by having the strands overlap each other. So instead of starting the next strand right here and going down from there, I'm going to start it a little bit up so this comes in front. I'm going to have this strand be fairly long and sort of intersect the eyebrows. Then I'm just going to keep adding some strands. See, I went over it again. And if you also curve your strands back, have them curve one way and then have them curve back, it looks a little bit more like real hair. Now I'm going to come in here and get a strand crisscrossing here, trying to make it look like the hair is tangled. So I'm just going to keep doing this. I like this tangled hair. If you see one look at professional manga, a lot of characters have tangled hair. It's a common sort of style. Light Yagami from Death Note has extremely tangled hair. That would be a good sort of reference point to look, as well as just real hair. See how it comes in front. I'm going to draw another bang right here. Well, this really isn't a bang. Just another piece of hair. Sometimes you see these little almost triangle shapes of hair, not near the bang, just sort of up in the, I guess, main part of the hair. That adds to sort of the feeling that this hair is made up of real strands. So just adding strands going every which way. I'm gonna have this one coming from the jawline a little bit. Now this is why I drew the neck and shoulders earlier, so I can start drawing these hair, almost hair spikes on the side of his head. Just come up alongside his head, and this way it's covering the ears, and it's a little cheat if you don't want to draw the ears. I'm gonna draw this on the other side. Some people don't like having hair in the back because it makes the character look like they have a lot of hair. This is my personal preference. A lot of things in this video it's just my personal preference for how I like to draw characters. So I'm going to start on the hair up at the top. I think it's just going to be sort of a Naruto style, if you know what that is. Just a bunch of spikes coming out in every which way. Might try to change it a little bit, but for this video, maybe I'll just keep this simple. See how I'm going above this line right here, above the circle, trying to make it look like he has a full head of hair. So, running out of things to say. Just continuing with spikes, you can change the direction, you can slope them in different ways. There is no rules when it comes to manga hair. Just have fun, be creative. If you don't want long hair and you want short hair, go for it. So here, pretty much on the final thing, I'm going to erase some of the guidelines. Now, you don't need these guidelines. Whenever I draw, I tend not to put these horizontal lines. I usually just draw the circle and the axis and then the jawline, and then I go from there. But I've been drawing for a while, and I have drawn these faces a number of times, so I just have this sort of spatial idea sort of memorized. I don't need to draw these guidelines anymore. Okay, so there you have it. This is my video on how to draw a manga face, or a manga boy face at least. This is the final illustration. I could have added more bangs of hair or more locks of hair, like in the center of the head right here. I could have added more. I didn't feel like it. So tell me if you like these step-by-step videos. This is something that I really wanted to do when I set out to make my channel. I want to do more of these. I think I can teach some things fairly well. Just tell me what you think, ways I can improve. I might come back with other videos and use the same illustration for how to shade a face, how to ink a face, or just anything you want. Please give me ideas. The last thing I want to say is I feel like I owe Mark Crilly an apology. As I was making this video, I felt like I was saying things that he says in his videos, and I'm sorry. It just happened. I haven't had my channel a very long time, and I feel like I need to come up with things that are all my own to say. Anyway, I hope you give me your feedback on this, whether you liked it or not. Feedback is always welcome.